Well, this is in continuation with our earlier discussion on the interrelationship between emotional intelligence, health and well-being. So, there are some other studies also exist in scientific journals and is published in Journal of Psychopathology and Behavioral Assessment, volume number 28 in the year 2006, where the researchers tried to find out the relationship of emotional intelligence and social anxiety factors towards interpersonal adjustment. This also shows that how emotional intelligence positively influence one's interpersonal adjustment. However, we often seen that adjustment behavior is one of the significant characteristics of or good indicator of one's mental health status. There are many other studies also have been conducted and also published in the book Emotional Intelligence in Everyday Life. So, here Parker and his colleagues tried to find out the interrelationship between alexithymia and emotional intelligence. Alexithymia is a concept also related to the domain of emotional intelligence, but it is just like the opposite of emotional intelligence, I would call, because emotional intelligence always focuses on accurate expression and experience of human emotions, but alexithymia is a concept that measures one's inability to experience and express emotions, just like a person who is unable to experience right kind of emotions and express right kind of emotion. And this is also sometimes people label it as maladaptive coping, because when you are unable to express a right kind of emotion in a particular situations, your behavior becomes inappropriate to that situations. So, alexithymia has been positively correlated with maladaptive copings. Alexithymia also has been correlated with psychiatric disorders. Parker has also found out that low EI is related to substance use disorders, because a person who is not emotionally stable is likely to enhance the intake of smoking, drinking, alcohol or any other substance abuses. Then many times also we have seen that people, those who are low in EI, they suffer from many kinds of psychological disorders like depression, anxiety, stress, tension, which gives rise to increase in is eating disorder, or high intake sometimes go up in many depressive cases, because studies have shown that even people under depression condition, their appetite goes up. Then there are other studies also linked to anxiety and depressive disorders. Low EI has positive relationship with anxiety and depressive disorders. Even we have seen that many low EI people are suffering from borderline personality disorders. So, in fact, all these findings are mostly oriented towards clinical assessments. However, during the last 2 decades, plenty of research have been carried out in Indian context also. Some of our own studies also have been published in many scientific journals. This is one of the important journals published by National Council of Productivity in Delhi, where I published a paper on emotional literacy, how it positively influences general health status and quality of life of managers in industry. So, this study was very widely accepted by the scientific community and also industry managers who are practicing managers. It has a number of implications in terms of that it has direct relevance for managerial training and development. So, in the sense that if the emotional literacy aspects is improved through training, then the general or the overall health status of the managers may improve, and that has a direct bearing on their performance as well as the overall quality of life. We also found that EI moderates the relationship between stressful life events and general health. In another study, one of my PhD research scholars who also conducted extensive data in public and private sector organization, who just submitted his thesis in Sambalpur University. He is working on EI, stress and health, the comparative analysis between public and private sector, where he finds that people having high level of EI are likely to experience less stress and higher level of overall health. So, in other studies we also find that emotional intelligence happens to be a causative factors in the treatment of depressive patients. If you are able to nurture and bring up, or what you say, if you are able to inject the slice of emotional intelligence into the depressive patients, maybe they will come out. So, therefore, we suggested in this seminar where emotional intelligence can act as a remedies for causal factors of depressions. However, it may not act that much well if the patients are chronic, at the chronic level. Yes. There is another study that shows that EI is negatively associated with ORS. ORS stands for organizational role stress. So, ORS. So, EI is negatively related to organizational role stress. This is called organizational role stress. So, this is a concept that was coined by Uday Parikh. He has written a very wonderful book on the concept of role in organizational sectors, where he identifies 10 types of organizational role stress. So, 3 are self related and 4 are other related, like your interpersonal, how you experience when expectations are multiple in terms, your family expects from you, your friends has expectation from you, your colleagues have expectations from you. So, out of these multiple roles, how a managers or executives experience various kinds of role stress, and that influences his personal as well as professional performance in general. So, this is another study published in Journal of Industrial Psychiatry, where Ray and Mukherjee found that EI is negatively associated with organizational role stress, and similar kind of findings also we observed in our own study recently. It has been communicated to Indian Journal of Training and Development. Maybe in the next issue it will be published. There is another important study published by Ajay Jain and Arvind Sinha. This is published in International Journal of Stress Management in the year 2015, where Jain and Sinha try to explore how EI promotes general health among the industry managers. They found that organizational supports predicted trust, assertiveness and positive self dimensions of emotional intelligence. So, in this test Professor Jain, who is right now working at MDI in Gurgaon, he tried to use the Barron's EQI scales and find out there are 3 important dimensions of this scale: trust, assertiveness and positive self concept, found to be measuring more of emotional intelligence rather than other 15 dimensions. And these 3 dimensions are directly related to one's general health. So, there is one more study also that shows that emotional intelligence predicts cultural adjustment. So, that is why we will be also discussing about how EI influence our behavior in adapting to different cultural contexts. So, that is where we will try to link between culture and EI. So, this is a very important article that was presented and also published in Psychological Studies by Syed Amir Jazeri and S. Kiran Kumar, Professor Kiran Kumar from Mysore University, I suppose. So, there is another group of psychologists in Singapore University, Elizabeth J. Austins and colleagues, who published a paper in Journal of Personality and Individual Difference, where they tried to link personality, well-being, health correlates of trait emotional intelligence. So, this is another concept related to one's personal traits. So, they found that there is a positive link. EI was found to be negatively associated with alexithymia and alcohol consumptions, and positively associated with life satisfaction and social network size and quality. So, it means, in other words, people those who are high in their emotional intelligence are less likely to suffer from alexithymia, and they are less likely to consume heavy alcohol. And on the other side, they also observe that people who are high on their emotional intelligence are like to enjoy full life satisfaction, and they have a better social network and good quality of life. However, some other studies also shows that high emotional intelligence related to decreased psychological distress. So, this is what we have been exactly discussing about, how AI will be a very deciding factor in maintaining human health, happiness and satisfaction. So, people those who are high on their emotional intelligence are less likely to experience psychological stress in their life, and they will be more successful in adapting to difficult conditions or in coping with stressful situations. Another study published in 2007, that Campbell and Nobedis, this is published in an electronic journal of applied psychology. So, they found that there is a negative correlations between high EI and psychological distress. So, taking EI further for the promotion of long term mental health, what are the implications and how people design and diagnose the deficiencies of emotional intelligence in people, so that this can be nurtured and this can prevent the emotion related diseases such as anxiety, tension, stress, etc., etc. So, the first of all is the people should begin with diagnosis process. So, then how this diagnosis process will go on? Simple diagnosis. So, diagnosis require assessments, assessment, or you can call it X-ray, CT scan or other. So, let us have a CT scan of one's emotional intelligence or X-ray of one emotional intelligence. So, how can we go for doing X-ray of one's emotional intelligence? Simply we can administer one emotional intelligence test. So, let us have a check of. There are plenty of tools available in scientific journal nowadays, and one of the simple scales available in this commercial market is this Wong and Law emotional intelligence scale. So, this is a very simple and research related, but it has never been tried out in clinical setups. But however, when you are going to use it in your organizational context, you do not identify your people as clinical patients, but you are just trying to assess their level of emotional intelligence. So, one can undergo any time this scale. So, this is otherwise called Wong and Law emotional intelligence scale, very popularly known and widely used in organizational research. So, this consists of 16 items and it measures 4 important dimensions of emotional intelligence, like perception and appraisal, regulation of emotions, management of emotions, etc. So, say for example, to begin with, I have a good sense why I have certain feeling most of the time. So, what does it indicate? Which aspect of emotional intelligence it is? So, it is actually indicating towards your emotional awareness, emotional self awareness. That means you are well aware of that you possess certain good feelings. So, like say for examples, there is a person who always creates irritations. So, you should be aware that what kind of emotion you are holding for that person. So, that is what we call the accurate assessment of one's emotions. I have a good understanding of my own feelings. Some people say, I don't know, I don't have any control when I get angry, so it just goes up and up. So this is where means you do not you lack emotional awareness, how to control your emotions. Then I really understand how I feel. Many people say, no, it hardly matters whether somebody is laughing in front of me or crying in front of me. There are people who are emotionally freeze. They don't express any kind of reactions. If you ask, how are you? Chal raha hai. Chal raha hai means I am just okay. Is there something like okay, not okay feelings? No, feelings are not like that. I am fine, I am not fine. So that is how emotions is labeled. I always know my friends' emotions from their behavior. Exactly. If you are good in your emotional intelligence, you will be able to judge how your friend is feeling. What is the emotional status? What is her emotional need? Is she under stress? Is she happy? Is she satisfied with life? What kind of emotional needs she is need of? I am a good observer of others' emotions. That's another wonderful characteristics of emotionally intelligent people. If you can observe, if you find that your closed one being so nice towards you is not expressing her distress towards you, because she feels or thinks that if she expresses your distress, you will be also stressed. So she does not want to give you pain, but as a well-wisher, as a good friend of her, if you can enter inside her emotional chambers and find out what is wrong with her, then that will be very great of you as a close friend to help her and to help her to come out of her distress. That is what exactly we encourage students to do or display in their hostel life. Many times we have seen, few years back there was a suicide incident reported in the campus. But when we explore the situation and we ask the next door boy, do you know this boy? No, I don't know who was staying, and that boy was staying since last 3 years. So this means you are neither socially connected or emotionally you are also connected to your close neighbors. So it seems that you hardly bothers about others' emotional situations or social situations, but that is an indication that you don't have a good understanding of emotions of peoples. I always set goals for myself and then try my best to achieve them. So this is also another sign of one's emotional intelligence. I always tell myself I am a competent person, because I know I can assess myself, I can understand others, so that's why I feel that I am competent. I am a self-motivated person. As you all know that emotion and motivation, they go side by side. If you are emotionally off, your motivation will go down. If your emotion is high, then your motivation will go up. So that's why we say that emotion and motivation, they are just like two sides of the same coin. They go side by side. So that's why people, those who are emotionally well, they are self-motivated. I would always encourage myself to try my best. So this is what we call where emotionally cool people generate a lot of self-motivations. I can always calm down quickly when I am angry. This is another indication that you are able to control, you are in charge of your own emotions. You can make a full stop to your anger, and you can also energize yourself within whenever any arousal is required for conducting any kind of performance. Then I have good control of my emotions. This is also sign of emotional maturity. People often say you must put a full stop to your anger whenever necessary, otherwise it will go up and creates conflict among peoples. So this small scale can give you an indication of the level of your emotional intelligence status. However, I would recommend that in case of clinical assessment, I think Barron's EQI is most appropriate. Barron's EQI, but it is it requires time, more time, effort and expertise. So, a person has to have good understanding of administering the test and its interpretations, and that is why it gives you a clear picture of one's emotional intelligence related to his clinical assessment of one's health. So, these are also known as. So, some of the aspect I would like to tell here. Yeah, these are some of the important areas of emotional intelligence that one needs to take care of, like assessing the state of affairs of one's emotional self-awareness, emotional awareness of others. Emotional reasoning is very important. You must understand why do you hate somebody, because most of the times we talk about prejudice and stereotypes, prejudice and stereotypes. What are the causes of these two outcomes? Nothing, only emotion, emotional biases. Prejudice is nothing but a negative attitude. Which leads to discrimination. What is discrimination? Hating somebody, hating without reason. You ask a Hindu, why do you hate a Muslim person? They say, no, I just hate because I don't like them. So, now the reason is that our understanding is so emotionally loaded that we are unable to reasoning out. You ask the same thing to a Muslim, they will say, I hate Hindu peoples because no, I don't like them. That's all. If you ask why don't you like them, no, I just because my parents don't like. So that's why we often say that education and our socialization plays a very important role in our behavior modification, development of attitude and beliefs. Similarly, that is why we often say that emotional reasoning is very important in our regulation of emotions or management of emotions. Emotional self-management, emotional management of others. Emotional self-management is, say for examples, how you take charge of your own emotions, how you control your anger, how you control your excitement. It not only necessarily that will come out of anger, tension or stress. There is every possibility that out of happiness also we create blunders. Somebody says, oh, today I am very happy, and they go to hotels for party, and after drinking too much they fight with others and create all nonsense. And this kind of incidents we have observed number of times among young students. Even mature adults also, they like to fight with each other out of nothing. So, it is just if you are not careful, you are casual, then you may end up with a nonsense behavior. And these are also called 5 important competencies important in organizational affairs, what Goldman talks about: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy and social skills, because these are important to maintain your team harmony, to delegate your responsibility, to make people to perform to their optimum. So, that is why then how to measure emotional intelligence? There are many tests are available, like starting from Barron's EQ to Meyer-Salovey emotional intelligence scale, to from EQ mapping from Cooper and Shabab, to Palmers and colleagues, they have also developed emotional intelligence test. So, Farmer and colleagues, this talks about that EI based on focus group with HR professionals and business leaders involved in employee development. So, once you prepare a simple assessment of EI, that will give an indication of the status of a person in their different profiles of emotional intelligence. Then based on a simple rather than complex model, you will be able to complete a test of EI. So, they are basically talking about this EI inventory here. This is available online also, but if you want to make use of for your organizations, you can buy a test. As we all know that EI has been extensively used in work context. So, where people have tried to emphasize the key EI skills or abilities for success in business. One is the ability to bring people together and motivate them, the trust required to build productive relationship. So, one of the important way to establish or restore one's mental health or a health aspect is called to build trust and healthy relationship, healthy interpersonal relations. And yes, even we have seen in organizational affairs, if you have trust and healthy relation, you can better cope with organizational problems, because you will get strong social support, and that will create your resilient power. That is an indication of your resilience to perform under pressure. And yes, if you are confident, resilient and having ability to thrive upon stress, then you will be a courageous person. You can take strong decisions. Like suppose your organization is undergoing a severe loss, you are appointing a person who can take your organization to the next level, like Tata appointed Cyrus Mistry. Now, a lot of debate is going on. So, why? So, that is the exact example. Can you depend on a person? Was it not a bold decision for Tata? For the first time, somebody out of Tata family is taking charge of the Tata business. So, that is what we call strong decision or courageous decisions. And strength in the sense to preserve, through adversity. So, all these 5 abilities are interconnected. If one is leading to others, that can create a strong base for one's survival and success. So, with this, let us conclude this session. When we come back, we will examine the other aspects of EI. Thank you.